top, then you wouldn't hear shit all. But I ain't got no top, I don't need a chandelier at all. I ain't got no talk, cause I be really out my mind. When the hate don't work, I guarantee they get the line. They all talk, dog, it's a room full of brines.
Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Highmark Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York.
Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Buffalo Bills.
And we are underway in Buffalo.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start the drive with Drake. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Alert, alert, alert!
Throwing is Allen on third. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover or takeaway, a key sack on third down, a 3 and out, something lets the other get
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've noted primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
That'll grab another career milestone for him. 900 career catches now.
All right, the applause is beginning, right? The applause is going on. That puts him just outside the top 20 all-time in the NFL. Next in his sights at 903, Wes Welker.
Rarefied air.
Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down.
From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And Hopkins' kick is no good. It's wide to the left.
Visiting kickers for years have had trouble with field goals here in Buffalo. The wings off nearby Lake Erie can really play havoc with your ability to aim the football correctly. And we saw an example right there. No good.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that,
it's a foot race. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And this is off target to the left, didn't get there anyway. And the deficit will stay at 2 field goals. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive...
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. Allen going to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Austin Johnson gets the sack defensively.
The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say,
try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Jair Elam makes the pick, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
First down, here's the run with Cook. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
67 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
$6-0 our score after 1. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's Allen to throw it. Hard throw, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Herbert on third down now. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
And Joseph Charlton on now to punt.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Called it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
They tried to catch him by surprise there on 3rd down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Charger drive about to get going. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is a counter play. Eckler. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Herbert. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Shea Epinesa, the one credited for the sack. On fourth down, Joseph Charlton on to punt.
And it's fielded at the 34. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The second quarter score from KC. And the Chiefs have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. Patrick Mahomes with 1 touchdown pass thus far. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. On second down, Cook. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he is going to have a Bills first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Again, it's Cook. Fighting through, and he's got space. 20. And all the way down to the 9.
117 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Cook. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The quick slant caught.
Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short. And with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal unit out there. And frustration going to set in as that is going to be how this first half will come to a close.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, You often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend. I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Herbert on first down now. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And Oliver in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 32-yard line. Here's Herbert. They'll roll him out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Herbert back to the air. Go.